Wednesday, October 9th, 2024, 8:40 p.m.
You're listening to continuing Operation Stormwatch coverage of Hurricane Milton. This is iHeart Radio, Florida. WFLM, WHNZ, WMTX, Tampa, WDAE, St. Petersburg, WXTV, Clearwater, WFUS, Gulfport, WDIZ, WCTQ, Venice, W276CR, Bradenton, WSRC-FM, Coral Cove, WTZB, Englewood, WBTV, WSTV, W280EV, Sarasota, WIKX, Charlotte Harbor, WWCD, WCVU, Solona, WBCG, Murdoch, WCCF, W265EA, Punta Gorda, WOLZ, Fort Myers, WCKT, Lehigh Acres, WZJC, Port Charlotte, WBTT, Naples Park, WJNO, WZZR, West Palm Beach, WQOL, WCZR, WCTA, W300BQ, Vero Beach, WAVW, Stewart, WLRQ-FM, WMMV, Cocoa, WFKS, WMMV, Melbourne, WMGF, Mount Dora, WXXL, Towers, WJRR, WMGF, WXXL, WFLF, WIGM, WRSO, Cocoa Beach, WIOD, Miami, WPGG-FM, HD2, Fort Lauderdale. Download the iHeartRadio app and stay connected.
Ryan Gorman here with Dana McKay, Natalie Rodriguez, Reed Shepard, and John Momola. This is our live Operation Stormwatch coverage on iHeartRadio for Hurricane Milton. We are covering the entire state of Florida right now with all the latest on this major hurricane, Category 3 storm, which made landfall at Siesta Key at 8:33. Right now, the latest forecast, 120 mile per hour winds. Again, it's a Category 3. The pressure is at 954 millibars. It's moving east-northeast at 15 miles per hour. We'll get a big advisory at 11 tonight, and as soon as we get that information, we're going to pass it along to you. But in terms of what everyone is experiencing right now, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, so we're talking about Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, Hernando County, Pasco County, Polk County, that's where the northern part of the eye wall of the storm is. That is going to make its way east, and Orlando, the Villages, Daytona Beach, Ocala, all going to be feeling those effects over the course of the next couple of hours. Now, we're also very focused on what's happening south of the eye. When you get to Sarasota, Port Charlotte, Fort Myers, Naples, Venice, that's where the storm surge is really kicking in. So we've got multiple things going on here. We've got flash flood warnings associated with the northern eye wall of this storm covering the Tampa Bay area. Then we have the storm surge issue to the south from Sarasota through Fort Myers, and we're seeing some alarming numbers in terms of how significant the surge is becoming.
Absolutely, and the wind gust, too.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay had a wind gust of over 100 miles per hour just a few minutes ago.
Wow. Yeah, and you're talking about covering Hurricane Irma. I mean, there were some wind gusts that were pretty up there, but this is even surpassing that.
And I'm looking at a video right now of storm surge in Punta Gorda, and the person who posted it said the water rose 5 feet in the last 30 minutes, and the water is getting pretty high there, coming up to some houses in Punta Gorda.
Yeah, you've got drains and sewers that are overflowing too. So that's not helping streets with their flooding.
I'm also seeing an image up there. A car driving through water. I'm not sure where it is.
That's a bad idea.
The car is driving through water, and I just want to say that is a really bad idea.
That's
right
an awful
now.
idea. Yeah, don't do that. And just to give you, again, a sense as to how wide of an area this storm is impacting. So there's a wind gust of 60 miles per hour recently at Orlando Executive Airport. So tropical storm force winds, at the very least, impacting most of the states. And while it's moving quickly, and it certainly came ashore earlier than we thought this was going to be a middle of the night event. It wound up being an 8:33 event in terms of landfall. We've still got a ways to go. This eye will the eye of the storm just made landfall at 8:33. Still a ways to go. And for those, and I'm focusing in on the Tampa Bay area right now because that's where the most severe weather is, these flash flood warnings, the rainfall is going to cause some localized flooding. So if you're in places like Shore Acres, Bay Shore, different spots like that, depending on where you are and what you typically experience, the amount of rain that we're getting in such a short period of time.
Yeah, 2 to 3 inches an hour.
It's a lot. Where Jim Cantori is in Port Charlotte, the storm surge is rising significantly.
And he's still hanging out in that same parking garage.
And the water is getting deeper.
Yeah, it looks like he's almost waist deep there. He's getting close to it.
Is that a scuba suit?
Parking garage. There, yeah.
Oh, no.
Or is he faking us out?
He just stepped onto a dry part of concrete.
So there's a lot of water making its way through that parking garage. There's going to be just a lot of flooding. Yeah, let me take a look at some of the areas hit hardest by power outages. Pinellas County, over 200,000 without power. Hernando County, over 30,000 without power. Hardy County, so you've got about 9,600 people with the potential for a power outage there. Over 3,000 of them already without power. Those numbers, again, going to continue to go up as the wind speeds kick up and the worst of the storm makes its way through that area.
We're getting so many more texts right now at 97720. That's 97720. Make sure you tell us where you are texting from so we know what the conditions are where you are. Somebody said Sarasota right now, no wind or rain. It's very eerie. And again, that is the eye wall. Another person said that they are in central Pasco County and they just lost power. Another said my sensor in Weeki Wachee, my wind sensor, said 75 miles per hour gust happening there. So you can text us and let us know what's going on where you are. The text number is 97720. That's 97720. And make sure you tell us where you are when you give us the conditions.
And some rainfall totals that I'm seeing over the last 24 hours or so. 12 inches of rain so far in St. Petersburg, about 8 inches of rain in Clearwater.
Some of the webcam videos and some reporters out. Tampa is getting hit hard right now. All right, so we have a 9 o'clock update on Hurricane Milton, and it is weakening a little bit. It's still a Category 3 storm, and the eye is almost entirely over land at this point in the Sarasota area. It's moving east-northeast at 15 miles per hour, but the wind speed, the maximum wind speed is down from 120 to 115 miles per hour. The center of the storm is located 5 miles north of Sarasota. So it's still moving at a decent clip. The wind speeds have slowed down a little bit, but you're still talking about a major hurricane now sitting over the state. Let's go and bring in one of our iHeartRadio hosts from 95.3 The Beat in Fort Myers and Cat Country 107.1 FM. Amy Lynn is with us now. We're monitoring so many different things. You've got the eye wall and the severe weather in the Tampa Bay area, but where you are in Fort Myers and north to Sarasota, storm surge is a huge concern. What are you seeing and hearing where you're at?
It's actually, we've had some pretty strong gusts. I'm in evacuation zone C right now, and so I'm well east of 41, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm not seeing any of that right now. We did have numerous tornado warnings and tornadoes that were happening fairly nearby, very windy, kind of chaotic in the beginning earlier today. And then tonight, a few shutter rustling gusts, but like I said, we still have power. I feel completely just I'm so happy about this for myself, selfishly. I just know that that's not the situation for everyone, and that is hard.
Let me ask you this. For those who are in the more severe portions of this storm right now who are listening to our coverage here on iHeartRadio, what's your advice to all of them?
I do the most safe thing that you can with where you are. And I would say if wherever you are, don't go anywhere. I mean, I know they say that, but literally trying to do that is in so many cases not a good idea. But, make sure that, and you should have already. I mean, I texted my address to so many people, but if you still can, if not, I say do the most safe thing that you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Amy, we can't thank you enough. Amy Lynn, one of our iHeartRadio hosts from 95.3 The Beach and Cat Country 107.1 FM with us out of Fort Myers. Amy, we appreciate the time. We're glad you're safe and you're okay. If anything changes or if you learn anything there in Fort Myers, please reach back out so we can have you back on.
Absolutely. And just for everybody I know that are listening right now, thank you for listening, and please be safe. And, if you're hearing what to do, listen, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks again, Amy.